Alright, hey everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So we're back after my very brief hiatus, back recording some videos. After the stressful couple of weeks I've been really looking forward to this. A lot of good stuff coming out. Got some Akane, got some Kaiju, got some Spy Family, got a new Shonen Jump series to react to, got some Oriona. It's going to be a lot of content dropping this weekend. So if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to the channel so you can get those videos. You can get those videos when they drop on the channel. Especially helps me out a lot because YouTube's algorithm really loves it. When you push those buttons, it helps tell it that these videos are worth promoting to a larger audience, which is great for me, especially because I finally got some new subscribers after a good long while. So I'd love to keep that trend going. So if you'd love to help me out with that, that would be greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let us dive straight into it with Kaiju No. 8, Chapter 81 by Naoya Matsumoto. Oh, man, tugging at the heartstrings already. We pick up where we left off last time with number 14's little psychological torture of Uzisugi, poor baby Kokoru, seeing the images of her mother and father just disappear in front of her eyes. Of course, we have a translation by David Evelyn and lettering by Brandon Bovia. And you see baby Kokoro just like screaming out in her little mental scape. And you have back in the HQs have Officer Shinomiya, come in! It's like, damn it! Test to see if we can somehow access her neural circuits from the outside. It's like, this is what an identified kaiju is capable of? The greatest talent in human history awakened to her powers, and it still isn't enough? And you see Kokoro just standing there shell-shocked as like tears are just dripping from her eyes as you see like the little neural web that number 14's put up. And you have scarred Baldy going, her psyche, it hit Shinomiya precisely in her most underdeveloped area. It's like, actually, it almost seems too precise, doesn't it? Don't tell me all of them. It's like, all other areas, report your status. And you have, this is Taito Ward. Captain Narumi is currently engaged in combat with number 11. Captain Narumi has the upper hand. Neutralization should just be a matter of... Oh, shit. God damn. And you see as like the water just crawling around Narumi's foot, holding him in his place, as another one just slams him in the side with a powerful hit. And you see him coughing up blood. Oh, shit. As you see... the Prometheus-looking alien kaiju just like pumping up its fist massively and slamming into Narumi and sending him flying. It's like, Captain Narumi! It's like, impossible. Not even number 9 was able to land a clean hit on the captain. But this kaiju just nailed him? And number 11 goes, I know. You read my movements based on the electrical signals in my body. And he goes, but you can't read the water's movements. Oh, shit. Yes. And you see just like putting his hands up and just starts like gesturing with his finger as like all these balls of water just start popping up around Narumi. And all of them just start like bulleting towards him. And you have a Deprap and Scarred Baldy's like, it's as I feared. You have, this is the 3rd Division, Chofu area. We're up against the wall as well. And you see what looks like number 9's brother facing off against Hoshina, who's also getting blown back by its blows. And he goes, this is really pissing me off. I never thought that I, of all people, and you see him exchanging like more. Yes! You see him exchanging some blows with, what is it, number... which one number was this one? I don't think they gave it a number. I can't remember. Look, number 9's twin. You see he's transformed his arms into... blades, very much like Mr. One from One Piece. Same thing. Love it. You have a kaiju that specializes in extreme close quarters combat. Not unlike Vice Captain Hoshina. You have it excels at killing a single target in a direct confrontation. It's almost as if it was specifically created to go up against the Vice Captain. And you have, that's right, Okanogi. Animals, insects, pathogenic bacteria, viruses, kaiju. Through intensive research, humanity has employed measures against any entities that could pose a threat to our survival. But right now, for the first time in history, Again, I love this effect. You have this monstrous kaiju face just looming over the cityscape as, like all these ordinary citizens like going about their day. Oh, such a good panel. And he's like, we're the ones on the receiving end. These kaiju. Oh, shit. Are designed to exterminate the defense force. And you see with the Narumi squad, with Big Gun Captain, whose name I cannot remember, you see that the kaiju that they're facing, I was just choking out one of the other members. As she's just watching, like all beaten and bruised. Oh, cannot wait. All right. So, So I guess quick thoughts on the chapter. I was hoping we're gonna dive into like Kokoro's psyche a bit more, but it makes sense that we kind of skip away from this to find out what's happening with everyone else to kind of like get the broader picture of events. This chapter makes like even though it's a little bit too expository, like it cements the idea that yes, of course, these kaiju are specifically bred to be able to fight back against defense force. Like, they are specialized to fight against specific people in defense force. Which makes me wonder if there is one of them is also specifically designed to take on Kafka, or if was number 9 the one that... Yeah, number 10 was... I cannot keep track of which numbers are which. But the one that took over his Salzbar, I think that's number 9, isn't it? Let me quickly look this up. Hold on. Sorry, a second here. Where are you? Yes, that was number 9. So I think number 10 was the one that Hoshina is. No, I don't care about the unexamined ones. Where is it? Yeah, okay, number 10 was the one that was weaponized. But I wonder if number 9 is gonna go after Kafka himself because of their history, if he's going to send one of his scrubs after them. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Again, I'm still of the mind that this is still just a skirmish. Despite the fact that Defense Force is getting beaten down so heavily, I don't think there's going to be any lasting casualties from this fight. I do think there's going to be a massive hit to their morale. But I do think that something's going to interrupt the fight and force the kaiju to withdraw at some point. It could either be, since they are still experimental, there could be, bugs, quote unquote bugs that need to be fixed, adjusted, that would cause them to draw back. Like, they have like a stamina issue, something else that causes them to draw back and be like, we'll finish this later. The other possibility is, again, something I've been kind of theorizing, hypothesizing since this battle started, which is we might see some of the other, because we knew that back when like Kafka was doing his training, when Kokoro was doing her training, we heard that there was in the other regions of Japan that there were other users that could potentially have matched with the numbers weapons. So this feels like the perfect time to introduce them into the story, because it's unlikely that number 9 knows what their potential capabilities are. So it would make sense to have them come in, act as counters to these kaiju to force them to draw back. And then, have the skirmish over as the defense force kind of finds a way to regroup and figures out a way to kind of get back at the kaiju. I feel like that's the way this is heading, but it could go different ways depending on how Matsumoto-san wants to do it. But I think I'm pretty on the mark with this. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm glad that this is kind of a one-sided slog, because I feel like the defense force being able to match the kaiju would have been a little bit too easy. I feel like that would have been too much of a cop-out. So I'm glad that they at least seem to be struggling so far. But we'll see how the conflict finishes before I pass judgment, because I have been burnt on that before. Not happening again, but good chapter. Looking forward to the next one. So like I mentioned at the beginning, as always, if you like my content, please do consider commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. Like I said, there's a lot of good content dropping this weekend. A lot of stuff to look forward to. So if you haven't already, if you want to be notified when those videos drops, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, YouTube likes it when you push those buttons, because it really helps tell it that these videos are worth promoting, which really means a lot to me. That'd be greatly appreciated. Until next time, this is Ash. Talk to you all later.